everybody and welcome back to my channel for a speed build. My name's Silver and I have a Fisherman's Haven for you today. So we're back in Sulani to build a rather small Fisherman's Haven hut kind of thing. This one definitely fits more into the world of Sulani than the last build that I did. Yeah. And I really liked it. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I went a little crazy with the by-debug objects and fiddled with the roof for what seemed like forever. I really liked the curved roof, but no matter what I can do, now that we have Realm of Magic, I just can't help but see the same roof styles in the cottages that I do. But I think it worked in the end. And this is a two-story house, but the second floor doesn't have a lot in it. I kind of imagine this sim would be a more outdoorsy, you know, being a fisherman. I tried to use the new stairs, but it just took up way too much space in my opinion. And I mean, not that there's much space upstairs anyway, but downstairs it took up too much space in my opinion. And ultimately we went with this one and just trying to find a good placement for it. And I think this is what we kept. I was going to try to like put an actual room, but it was just dead space, so I decided to just make it like kind of like a loft area. And this is the floor plan that we did go with in the end, and I like it. It works. I've play tested everything. It all works. And yeah, it was a good bit of fun, really. So this fisherman, I kind of thought that he could, it's not off the grid. It's not. It could be very, very easily, but I did add some dangly lights, so, and I did add a fan, but ultimately took it out. And we went with this kind of brown color because I really thought that this fisherman was a native. Sorry, going back to what I was saying. I did think he was a native, so I wanted him to have a more kind of traditional home. And here I am trying to mess with the roof. I did change it a little bit in the end, and I thought maybe a box shape was maybe too boring, but I really kind of wanted this simple life kind of vibe, if that makes sense. So, you know, that's what we go for, and fix the roof a little bit to make it fit in just a little bit more with the world. And I think it does. It definitely went for what I was going for, and I spent ages trying to get this roof right. I spent so long, but it was worth it because it fit in a little bit better, and it just worked a little bit better for me, and that's fine. Oh, sorry. Totally knocked my hand on the desk. Ow. But yeah, so we just do this and we fiddle around for a while, but it works in the end. And I love these windows, like the outside inside windows, the ones that are open and allow you to, I know you can't actually tell in The Sims because obviously, like, if you have the window open, it doesn't affect the temperature inside or anything like that, but I really liked the idea that it would. And it's a hot country. You don't really want it to be so hot inside when you are inside. Not that I imagine this sim would be inside a lot. And we went with the rustic brown outside and the paneling on the inside. I love this paneling. It's so traditional. It's so nice. This bed was way too fancy for what I was going for, so we went with this one. And like I said, upstairs is a little bit more barren, perhaps. We do get like a couple of decorations up here as well as some seating, and again, play tested. Here's the fan, and we do remove it in the end because I thought, well, this guy isn't gonna be sitting inside with a fan on, you know, it's just not his thing. And was working with a little bit less space than I liked, but I really wanted to use this table because it worked. And I tried to bring the red in because the columns have the red on them, and I thought that really kind of traditional color would really work for him. And yeah, So we went with this kind of layout, and yeah, I like it. We do change the colors though, because that kind of salmony pink just was, it just didn't really go. But those are the dangly lights that I was talking about that we ultimately do remove. And I'm just adding some decorations now. And yeah, I love these rugs. They work so well, but unfortunately, I don't want to put too many patterns on, because there are a lot of like mix match patterns. And here I'm just going through getting all of the things from Island Living that I knew that I wanted to use. And you'll see in a minute, I'm going to go through the debug menu and just add a ton of fish. Because it's a fisherman's haven, there's going to be a lot of fish. And here I'm adding candles and a trash can, and there isn't a trash can inside, but you don't really need one because as long as your sim has access to one outside, it's totally fine. Yeah. See, this is where I thought, oh, well, maybe it could be off the grid because, you know, maybe he only fishes for his own food, or like he has a fish shop or something like that. I say a fish shop, but I mean like a fish stand. So I made sure I got all of the ones that worked off the grid, but I kept those lights. So if you just want to remove the lights, it could easily be off the grid. And we had the same sink out here. And yeah, it works. That fridge does actually work under the stairs. Your Sims can get to it. I didn't size it down or anything. It's totally normal size. I didn't do anything to it except place it there. And added some plants. And I tried to get it so it wouldn't like stick through the fence post as much as I could, but you know how it is. And I just sized this one down and then lowered it really, to the correct height. I don't know if your Sims will put stuff on it. If they do, I'm sorry, but it worked for what I was doing. And I just added a light there in that corner. I know you wouldn't really have candles on the floor, but you know how it is. So this lot is actually 34,600 simoleons, so it's not a starter home. Oh, here I'm adding all of the fish I was talking about. This is not it. there is so much more fish to be had. Yeah, and I didn't use a lot of packs either. I used Island Living, obviously, and also I use Laundry Day and Backyard Stuff and Outdoor Retreat. So here I'm adding a fish kind of cleaning station outside, and I really loved this. I put fish everywhere. I love the fish. And that sink that I just put fish on a moment ago, it still functions. You don't have to remove the fish or anything. They don't get in the way. You can still use the sink just fine. And I added a knife because filleting requires a knife. And we're just working on the end of the dock here. I don't actually add that much. I added these chairs, so if you want to fish with a friend, you can. And this is the water balloon bucket, but I filled it with fish because you need a fish bucket when you're fishing, of course. And I just added a whole bunch of fish and raised them up, and yeah, seems to work. I did not test it if it still produces water balloons, but I suspect if they can use this sink, they could probably use this too, but maybe not. I don't know. And we just get some fishing rods here too, and kind of completes the look in my opinion. This bookshelf, you can get to it. There's no issues there. It's reachable. I tested it, it's fine. And we just add a little seat and a plant as well. And that's pretty much it for the top here, because there wasn't much space to do anything, and the decorations themselves didn't really seem to fit. And here's when I realized I did not make it close enough to the beach. Twice. Whoops. Well, that's okay. It worked out anyway. And I don't know if you noticed, I did add the grill area. That grill is so cool. And it's very natural Island Living. You use banana leaves, I think. And we're just onto the landscaping now. I didn't do a huge amount, just kind of wanted to fill up the empty area and make it blend into the area around it. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Your fishermen will have, or fisherwomen, that's fine too, will have a grand old time in this cabin thing, shack, if you will. And yeah, so the screenshots will be coming up in a moment, so I hope you liked the video, and if you did, let me know in the comments and show your support by tapping the like button and subscribe for more builds. If you'd like this build in your game, it is up on the gallery under my username SilverPlumBobs. Have a great day. Bye!